Okay, cool. All right. Hey, everybody. Hey, Facebook. This is Bethany Love, and I'm here with Dr. Sonia Noel, with Women Across Borders. And we are coming to you to bring in an amazing event, to bring women together, because Women Across Borders, which was started by Dr. Sonia Noel to inspire women to share their stories, to inspire each other, to lift each other up across the world. That's why it's called Across Borders. So our intention is to do this in every single country in the world, and to bring all of us together to lift each other up and to inspire each other in the world with our stories, right? So Dr. Sonia Noel, please come on and introduce yourself and tell us how you got started with Women Across Borders, and then how exactly we connected. That would be a great story. And then I'll get to
Oh,
introducing the other lovely ladies.
yes. When I listen to the words "living with intention," actually, that is the name of my first book, and I connected with Bethany actually before I wrote my first book, because I've always been the type of person that believes in togetherness, believe in collaboration, and we really hit it off from the first time we met at this conference in Chicago. So when I wrote "Women Living with Intention," immediately after that, I said, you know what? I want to do Women Across Borders, because I know, telling my story, the difference it made when I look at the reviews on Amazon and the messages that I get daily. And I said, there's some women out there that I know have fantastic stories too, because you have to understand that your story is not for you, it's to inspire someone else. And then I wrote the list of names down for Women Across Borders Fulfilling Purpose and with a Mission. And Bethany, of course, was on top of that list. I said, you know what? She has such a story that she needs to tell it. And she didn't even, in her mind, she's like, oh, really? I have a story. I said, yes, of course. You have a book, not just a chapter. And yes, and one of the points that one of the objective actually of listening to these women, and they're from like Venezuela, which is Spanish speaking, French speaking, Dutch speaking. We have Chantal from Suriname, so it's really women from across borders.
Yeah.
And one of the things that is common, no matter which part of the world we are from, is that we all have challenges. And it's not a matter of if we're going to encounter failures, and we all have this resilience within us. So what we wanted is for women to tell their stories of how they overcame some resilience, because there are people out there that are waiting to turn those chapters in that book to resonate, to know that they're not alone and take action. So that was the idea behind Women Across Borders. And we just actually celebrated with Shannon is then our third anthology, which is Rising from the Ashes. Because at one point we all have to rise. We all have to rise. And what I really love about these anthologies, it's like a sisterhood. It's like a family that's forming there, that making you know that you have somebody to depend on. You have somebody there that you can send a message. Maybe you would have never met, because like ask Bethany, some of the calls that we were on, the Zoom calls, it was so empowering, because these are women from different parts of the world. And one night we actually ended in prayer in 4 languages, which is English, Dutch, Spanish, and French. And that was so profound, because we have all these women from different parts of the world speaking different languages, but we all have one thing in common. So that's where it's actually as the genesis of the movement of Women Across Borders. So it's much more than an anthology. Like we had the Rising from the Ashes conference here in New York last Tuesday, which was absolutely amazing. It was really, we had a number of speakers, and the feedback has been so tremendous. Like my mentor, John Maxwell, said, you don't judge an event, the success of an event, until you hear the impact it has had on lives. And I could definitely say that event was very, very impactful. And what I love with Bethany is her passion, and that's why we connected so much, is because she has a passion for humanity. And for me, I connect with people who have that drive to make other lives better. And that's one of the things, I want to, my mission is to make a difference with people who want to make a difference.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yeah, that's really, I love that statement. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So with this, about 2 years ago, no, it's almost 3 now, 2.5 years ago, Sonia and I met in Chicago it was Unite for Good conference, and that's about small acts of kindness every day to impact humanity. And it was like a nonprofit. And her and I, of course, when you go do something that you love, that's in alignment with your soul, you're going to meet other people that are out there doing the same thing. So she flew all the way from Guyana, which is in South America, to come to this event in Chicago. That's how passionate she was about being a part of something like this. So this dream, you know, kind of started in action in the universe a couple years ago. And then Sonia asked me last year to be a part of Women Across Borders, which was amazing. Got my chapter out there. And honestly, it made me step outside of myself and step into my power. I wrote the chapter. It was like she needed it right away. She was like, "Hey, do you have something? Do you have a story you could write about, or you could write her?" And I'm like, I mean, I've been told it, but I could try. Like, you could say, you know, it's not any good, so I'll try. So I was like, "When do you need it by?" She's like, and she had, I think, talked to me on Tuesday, and she needed it by Friday. And I was like, "Okay, I can do that."
No pressure.
I worked well on
And she did a really great job too, because I've had personal feedback from her story, and I actually mentioned it. Where was I? I spoke at an event somewhere just before leaving Guyana, and she was so graphic and so vivid in the story. There was a point when she mentioned about the abuse, and I felt the abuse, how good she was in the story.
Yeah.
So with that, so what happened was I tried to write, and it kept getting blocked. It was writing from the head, and it was just not flowing. And then the night I had to turn it in, I was like, "Okay, Spirit, just come to me." And I wrote it in an hour and then sent it. And I was like, "Okay, that's it. We're good." And and that's what happens when you're
That's an intense experience.
Yeah.
And you know, like Maya Angelou said, and this is one of my favorite quotes from her, when she said, "There is no greater agony than an untold story inside of you."
Ooh, nice.
Beautiful.
So I want to introduce the other two lovely ladies on here that are going to be speakers at the Living in Intention, or Women Across Borders Living with Intention, coming up this Sunday, February 24th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Arizona Sports Training Center, and it's off of the 101 and 7th Street, basically. It's just a little north, but we would love to have all of you there. So we're gonna have 7 powerful women speakers, including Dr. Sonia Noel and I, and then we have amazing Tamara Blankenship, and then my other amazing friend Ari Matisse, who are these powerful women with these powerful stories that are doing great things in the world. So first, let's go with Ari's up. So Ari, how did you get involved with this Women Across Borders, and how excited are you for this event?
Wow. Let me tell you, everyone, I'm absolutely delighted about this upcoming event, and just getting in touch with Bethany, and this just bloomed overnight. It's such a beautiful thing. And it's even more wonderful when women come together. And so even with just the 7 of us connecting, we are already inspiring and loving and supporting each other. And I can only imagine, you know, what this ripple effect out into the world can do for all of humanity. So it's like, let's do this.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
And Tamara, where are you at? Tamara,
I'm right here.
I can't see you.
It's a disadvantage of doing this on your phone, right? You only get to see one picture at a time.
Jeez, that's what it is. I was like, I can't see
Where'd you
you.
go? I haven't gone anywhere.
Tell the world, tell Facebook, because Facebook is basically the world right now. Tell me, like, how excited you are for this event, and like, just give a little background about how you and I connected, and how like it's been an organic relationship over the last, like, I would say 3 years. Growing
Yes,
up.
we've known each other for a while. We keep on bumping into each other. We know there's something here amazing to like brew. It's exciting. We've actually bobbed and weaved, supporting each other on individual projects as we've navigated our friendship and supporting each other through different emotional traumas ourselves. So it's been kind of fun to have the relationship with you, Bethany, just to kind of cultivate, supporting of a fellow sister in discovery, right?
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this because I feel like it's not one person who has a profound impact on being able to, help people feel supported. It's a collaboration, a community of women. And I love the idea of this little it's not little, it's going to be big, it's huge, group
Mhm.
forming that's starting this really cool movement of not just one voice, but the momentum of many. And that just gets me very excited. So I am honored to be a part of this because I just feel like what can happen from here, and we just have just scratched the surface of what's possible. So it's very
Absolutely.
mm-hmm. So I'm
So
honored to be
beautiful.
part of it.
No,
Sonia,
I'm really,
not
I'm,
so excited.
I am. And like you were just saying that, it is going to be as a movement that is beyond us. And when I think about women and coming together and how much we can do, because we have to continue to encourage each other. I mean, sometimes we try to fly our parachute. We try to pull that string and for it to open and for it to go and for it to take us where we want to go. Sometimes it doesn't open, we fall. We get bruises, we get up. And we have to encourage each other continuously to sometimes jump and grow our wings down. And even when our wings are broken, we know we can fly.
Oh yeah.
I agree. My two-year-old son, at just 2 years old, we'd be out eating and he'd be like, "Mommy, we're eating together," or we're playing blocks together. So the word together just is in my mind all the time, and things are always better together.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. I'm getting chills, girls.
There
I
is
could do my
something.
happy dance, but I'll make you all dizzy.
I've made her stop moving, poor thing.
Yeah, this is funny.
You
When you get
cannot
so
stop
excited,
me.
it's hard. I do think, like you were just saying, that this really momentous experience is going to affect us. It's more than just a women's movement. We are sisters, we are mothers, we are, brothers and sisters. It's really just a humanity movement. Even though we're speaking about women across borders, it's really just an opportunity to connect. And I really think it's important for us to recognize it's not just about women. I mean, the stories are about women and amazing growth and possibility, but it can touch so many people. I think it's important
Oh,
to
yeah.
all of
Oh,
them.
yeah. I'm glad that you touched on that, because when we had Inspire You, which Bethany did her presentation via the internet in Guyana, we had some guys at that event, and it really motivated me for next year to be intentional about having more guys there. Because one of the girls that actually modeled at the event, she brought her boyfriend, and he was crying like right through. And all he's saying, "I wish my mother was here." And then they had this young man. He came up to me and after, and he said, he said, "I know I'm a good person, but I know I can do better." He said, "When I'm listening to those stories today of women, I want to be someone that would not add any more agony to women." So we need also, as these stories are told, to have men in those seats. We also need to have them in earshot of listening to stories. Because for us to get this balance better, we have to actually work with both sides.
Absolutely.
I agree with this. I even just had a friend of mine, a male friend of mine yesterday, and he's about to make an important life change. And with this choice, he's going to feel very alone and vulnerable and safe. And it's all about building the right tribe around you to support you through it.
Oh, absolutely. I often ask, who is in your front row? Who is the person that's in your, are they deserving of being there? You can call them 4 in the morning. And, a lot of time men don't want to express. They're not as expressive as we are. But sometimes, I had to learn to forgive my father. And I wrote that in one of my chapters. Because we have to understand sometimes people can only give what they have. And that is why in June, I'm launching Men Across Borders.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, Men Across Borders? Is that what you said?
That's
in
great.
June, yes. The anthology is coming out, Men Across Borders, in June, yeah.
Yes, you said you were going to do that last year. High five.
Nice. I think that's so exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. Go, Tamara. You know I talk a lot.
No, you're so cute. You do not. Gosh, that would make me even worse. I can't conform to that. No, I do. I think it's really a neat opportunity to get us a chance to really have more. I just feel like we have done so much work around being individual. I'm really excited about having this united front. It's so being vulnerable in a space. I don't think anybody really understands, no matter how practiced you are as a speaker, you go out there and you share from such a raw place with such emotion and passion. It's like the first time doing it all over again. I mean, it's amazingly intense. And I think it's such a unique opportunity we're going to get to share and hopefully inspire others to do the same. So I think it's just going to be an amazing experience just with that.
Awesome. Awesome. So do we all like this, because we probably don't want to keep this too long. So and then I'll give the like final goodbye. Is that cool?
Okay, that is fine. Yes, I would really like to encourage people there. And again, you don't have to feel away if you're a man and you want to join us, because there are going to be some nuggets in that room that's definitely going to change your life, because we want that limiting belief to be erased, and that's what we want people to intentionally be there at the Living with Intention Women Across Borders event, because there are going to be people there that's going to be authentic. I can tell you, like, are really people that are telling the stories from their gut, and knowing that you are not alone sitting there. This movement is definitely going to be part of it. If you want to join us, this is going to be the movement that you want for that elevation, for you to not feel alone, for you to really achieve exactly, because we all have greatness within inside of us. It's only for us to unearth that. And this movement definitely being there is going to have that shift of mindset for you to know that you are the lion, and the lion that is going to come out, and you're going to develop that lion mindset that you are a champion and we're born a winner. You're going to know that.
Love this. Love this. So what I took from that is you are a champion. You are more powerful than you know, and you have this lion within you. So come connect with us, each one of these wonderful ladies, Tamara, Ari, Sonia, Shannon, Nicole, Sydney, and I at this event next Sunday, the 24th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Arizona Sports Training Center. We look forward to seeing you. If you want to feel connected, if you want to feel inspired, and if you want to feel just this community of love and vulnerability, to give you the power to do that, because when we're vulnerable, we are so powerful, and we will be there to support you in your vulnerability. So we love you. We look forward to seeing you, and can't wait to connect and meet you.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
All right.
Bye.
Love you guys.